very much, Mr. Speaker. To investigate the days that there weren't parties.
Party, party, party. That's the impression UK PM Boris Johnson's creating for opposition MPs and the public, following the latest allegations of flouting COVID lockdown rules. An email showed as many as 100 people were invited to a socially distanced drinks party in the garden of Downing Street last year, when the rest of the country were barred from mingling outside.
I can understand we've lost in this country 150,230, I think is the latest figure, of our fellow citizens who've died from this disease. So I can understand that with these allegations, people will be upset and angry, which is why it's right that the Prime Minister asked for that independent investigation to be completed at pace to get to the facts behind these allegations.
But it's not the first time accusations of one rule for them and one for the rest of the UK have been levelled against the government. Lindsay Jackson is from Bereaved Families for Justice, and she says her mother died when the alleged party was going on.
I just had her funeral. I wasn't able to be with her when she died, wasn't able to hold her hand. I enjoyed the lovely weather that was spoken about in that email by sitting in my garden on my own and contemplating, waiting for her to die when she had COVID, waiting for her funeral, not being able to go and even pay my respects to her body. My mum was a very popular woman. There would have been hundreds of people who wanted to say goodbye to her, and there were 7 of us.
Downing Street says the events are part of an ongoing independent investigation. Boris Johnson declined to say if he attended the event with his wife.
Well, obviously the kickback here from the public has been pretty tough today, and that'll worry the party to some extent. These cries of hypocrisy, people saying, you know, because they stuck to the rules back in May 2020, they weren't allowed to visit loved ones, to see people in care homes, to see those who are perhaps terminally ill. That's caused a lot of public outrage. But what will really worry the Prime Minister and his team is the mumblings going on, the mutterings in the party itself. They're going to be looking, for example, at the poll ratings, which are still putting Labour in the lead ahead of the Tories, and Boris Johnson's personal ratings as well as Prime Minister, which have been declining since June and reached an all-time low in mid-December, still pretty much there. That's what's going to be worrying the party faithful and the party unfaithful, and there will be mutterings perhaps over the next few weeks about whether whether Boris Johnson is the right man to take them to the next election, is the right man to be the Prime Minister and party leader.